Fan service, one of the biggest topics being talked about right now because of My Dress Up Darling and Mari. Now, fan service has been around us for ages, and I don't mean anime fans, I mean everybody. Ever since Marvel in 1991 released a swimsuit special, fan service became much more popular after that point. Now, in my opinion, fan service isn't a big deal because in reality, that's what keeps most viewers watching. But before I keep moving forward, let me just define fan service for you. Fan service refers to scenes designed to excite or titillate the viewer. This can include scantily clad outfits, cleavage shots, panty shots, nude scenes, shower scenes especially, etc. Now, I've been watching anime for about 8 to 10 years now, and this isn't to seem like an elitist, but the fan service just generally doesn't bother me whatsoever. Compared to the people I've seen talking about My Dress Up Darling, they purely just think the fan service is the only value that it has. You know what, for an example, I'll just open a tab, go to Twitter, type My Dress Up Darling, and see what happens. People actually like My Dress Up Darling, like bro, it's literally just waifu bait with 90% of it being just fan service. And for the people who want to see what the quote tweets about, this is the poll that they had right there. So yes, fan service is very prominent within the show, but I don't think the fan service ever takes away from the content value that the actual manga and anime have. Now yes, by the time this video is out, the anime is probably like 16 to 20 chapters in, and realistically throughout those 3 episodes you have pretty good progress. First episode is basically an introduction to both of our characters and Mari meeting Gojo. Second episode, we basically get to see more progress on how the cosplay process goes, and third, we see the cosplay. Now, is it littered with fan service? Absolutely, but you can't say that the fan service doesn't also progress the plot. For example, the measurement scene. Yes, absolutely, that is 100% fan service, and that's probably what's going to be on the thumbnail on this video. But again, it's also showing us the process of how a cosplay is made through a few romance innuendos. Now, I've also been seeing some people saying that men aren't supposed to measure women when making a cosplay, but Gojo doesn't run a business. He's just a random high school student that Marin ended up asking to make her a cosplay. And that's where I get to my main problem with the people that are complaining about the fan service within the show. To me, it seems like people that usually hate My Dress Up Darling have given it a shot, hyper focus on the fan service of the show rather than focusing on the plot that the show gives you. And at the end of the day, this is a romance anime with a hobby that both of them share, which literally by the first scene in the whole anime, you can also tell that this is also going to be a coming of age story for Gojo, simply because he finally has someone that to actually share a passion with. Now, there's some series that get described as the breath of fresh air, such as Odd Taxi. Now, in my opinion, the reason these get described as so is because they don't live upon any gimmicks, and one of those gimmicks being fan service. That's why Neon Genesis Evangelion cut down on the fan service and instead went into a more gory lane, making series such as My Dress Up Darling having a lower ceiling. But that doesn't mean the series is complete dog shit. Now, I'm not saying that you have to love the series or you have to enjoy it. Hell, if you hate it, just skip it. Hyper focusing on a couple scenes compared to paying attention to the plot just absolutely ruins the show for you as a viewer, and I generally feel like you are going to be missing out. Because honestly, outside of anime, let me give you a couple shows that have fan service. Twilight, Euphoria, Peaky Blinders, The Witcher, and so many more. But before I say it, I'm gonna say it for you. Oh, it's labeled for mature audiences. Well, fun fact, the My Dress Up Darling manga is actually for mature audiences as well. Now, I'm not here to bash on other series that are making use of fan service, but if you're gonna criticize the fan service as one show, at least keep it a little bit consistent, especially when one is a drawing and the other medium is actual real people. And if that statement made you angry, I made a whole video on that alone. And before ending this video, I want to go through one last thing, which is a Reddit post that basically triggered this whole video. In the official My Dress Up Darling Reddit, someone says, "Tell me you didn't watch it without telling me you didn't watch it." And it's literally 2 pictures that are this. But let's get to the interesting part, which is the comments. That's a problem when a fandom gets bigger. Some people keep posting the same fan service scenes / fan arts over and over, giving their first impression of the show. All people on TikTok do is assume stuff 90% of the time, so I just ignore them. Why don't you just comment that there? Am I supposed to get mad somebody didn't like fan service? -4 downvotes. I haven't watched it, but I read the manga, so it's definitely gonna be good. So this all leads up to one finalizing question. How do you perfect fan service within an anime series? In my opinion, yes, obviously this is based on opinions, nothing I say is gonna be completely factual. If the series has a plot worth watching and enjoying, and also a cast of characters that you either fall in love with or just enjoy watching, while making sure the fan service isn't the main focus of the series, makes a pretty good balance between fan service and story. And you can see this in series such as Prison School, Kill la Kill, and One Piece. And if you think any of these series don't have fan service, you're absolutely wrong, because there's still characters that exist such as Nami, Ryuko, and Meiko. So I don't want to hear it from you people. And as long as the main plot is good and entertaining, I think that makes a pretty good damn series. So can fan service ruin a series? Absolutely, it's 100% possible. But these series, you usually don't get to see them being talked about the way My Dress Up Darling is. Now yes, is Mari gonna be the next 02? Most likely. Is there a bunch of posts on social media basically highlighting the fan service within the show? Absolutely. But My Dress Up Darling is one of those series that can stand stand on its own 2 feet because it has an amazing plot, a good cast of characters, and yes, you might not believe this for the people that haven't watched it yet, the fan service is not the main focus. But if you want the actual answer to the question, yes, fan service can 100% ruin a series. Because realistically, things such as Monster Musume should not exist because it's purely fan service of monsters, I guess. And also High School DxD, although I have talked to some people from the community, apparently it has a good plot. I don't know. I only watched the first season, so I wouldn't even know if the plot is any good. Every single character was pretty generic in my opinion. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about fan service. Is it annoying you? Does it not? Do you care? Do you not? Let me know. And yeah, deuces.